because I defensive player of the
Easy,
year,
easy.
right? Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to have it, but obviously we gonna have some issues with this topic. Go ahead, Banks, make a case for your guy. Well, you
Well, the
got
guy
two
you think I'm
guys
gonna say,
actually. You got
the,
two guys actually to make a
the
case
guy you
for.
think I'm gonna say is just how can don't ever disrespect Aaron Donald like this award again. There should be nobody else in the league even considered for this award if his name not Aaron Donald.
That's a
I don't
lie.
have nothing else to say.
I see.
That's
I agree with you 1,000% because not everything that Aaron Donald does is actually recorded statistically. But I feel like they're gonna play this like LeBron James in the NBA, which LeBron deserves the MVP every single year, but they give it to somebody else just to, give somebody else some recognition. But it's not. It's not. I don't think it's gonna go to Aaron Donald this year. But I most definitely do think he deserves it though.
And I'll say this much: as much as I think Xavier Howard is clearly the defensive player of the year, I do feel like they are going to give it to T.J. Watt. I feel like they're going to give it to T.J. Watt, but I think Xavier. I think it's Xavier Howard 1, T.J. Watt 2, Aaron Donald 3. But I think T.J. Watt's going to take it.
Aaron Donald's number 3 on your list. That's disrespectful.
Yeah. I got T.J. Watt over
That's
Aaron Donald.
So you're not gonna put Jalen on your list, Banks? You just gonna leave him off your list?
Yeah. Where does Jalen Ramsey rank in the defensive players of the year?
Yeah,
He's like
number
1A and
number
1B.
4.
six,
You know,
fifth or
that's number
sixth.
4.
So nobody's gonna make a case for Xavier Howard. I would.
I would make a. I make a case for him. He got
Man,
an interception to back him up, but again,
Case makes itself, bro. I mean, if it's not consistently leading the league in touch and interceptions, you see, he's not one of them guys that has, a 3 interception game and all of a sudden he's in the race. He's been doing that all season long.
he would
So
never
it's-
have another season like this again, though, ever.
And well, the problem is he's had a season like this before.
Right.
With interceptions.
Yeah.
Now he ain't had 10.
He hadn't
but-
had 10, but he had like 8.
Yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6
No,
he had.
I'm gonna look it up right now, but he's
Yeah. but-
consistently above 6 interceptions a year if he's healthy. But
Man,
I mean,
All that tells me is he know how to catch a football. That's it. That doesn't tell me how to cover anybody.
What's that say about the other 1,000 cornerbacks in the league?
All
You
I'm
can't
saying
catch
is,
that pick.
all I'm saying is, you cannot put the best. If that's the case, Asante Samuel will probably be the best corner to ever play football.
I'll break it down to you like this:
Ever.
Xavier Howard leads the league in interceptions, and he does not have one game with more than 1 interception. That means he has an interception in 9 games in a 16-game schedule. That's nuts. That's
good,
nuts.
but again, that just tells me he knows how to catch a football.
Highest rated cornerback in the league.
You can catch a football.
And
Highest-
lowest QBR too.
Yeah,
in a
you
passing
should.
league? You telling
You
me
should
that
when you're going up against the second best receiver on everybody's team or the slot guy every week. I'm
He's
just saying.
going up against a second.
I'm
He went up
just
against
saying.
slot guys?
Byron
Wait,
Jones-
slot guys.
Please.
Slot
Byron
guys.
Jones' assignment is the
Wait,
primary
wait.
guy.
Did you just call Xavier Howard a slot corner?
Did you disrespect my
no,
guy?
I'm just
Man,
telling
the
you.
disrespect
Yeah.
is so
He
real.
doesn't-
Right now. The disrespect
Listen,
is so
when you
real.
go back, I gotta find the YouTube video. They already default that whole thing. He does not defend the best receiver on the team.
Bruh,
He doesn't.
if it
He
ain't come
doesn't.
from me, don't believe it. All right. If it
There we
don't
go.
come, anything about the Dolphins, if it don't come from me, don't believe
But
it.
don't worry, there's a YouTube video out there from some dude that got Cheeto dust on his belly in his mom's basement, cutting up NFL footage. Man, I don't want to see no YouTube conspiracy theories. I don't watch every single Dolphins game
No,
this season.
This is breakdown. No, this is actual.
This
film.
I've seen every
is
single
film.
Dolphins
This is
game this
PFF
season,
stuff.
and it's not just me. There's several other sources. Look at the Pro Football Focus rating on him. Clearly, look
But
at the
again,
QBR
Pro
rating.
Football Focus also says that he does not defend the number 1 receiver on the team. I'm sorry.
Why
Defensive
don't?
Player of the Year.
What you mean? He was defending DeAndre Hopkins in
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot what week
Yes, he
that
was.
was.
Yes,
he
he
was
was.
defending him in that game. Byron
DeAndre
Jones was
Hopkins
the one that
is-
got burnt by Christian
What
Kirk.
was-
So
what
don't
was
sit back and
DeAndre
talk to me
Hopkins'
about no
number?
Xavier Howard not guarding the best receiver. Who else did he end up guarding the number one? He got Tyreek a couple times.
But we got
he
two number one
smoked.
corners though. We have two number
Now
one
we
corners.
got a number one and a number two, and Byron's a number two. But
Man, please. They play him like a number two.
well, he
He's
playing
a-
like he
he's a
playing
number
like a
two.
number
Play him
three
like a
right
number two.
now. He playing like a number three right
Man,
now.
he's not playing on like no number three, man. Get
Yeah,
out of
Hey,
here.
yeah.
That man-
now
that
you're
man
being
defends
disrespectful.
your
Byron
body.
ain't playing like number three.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just keeping it 100. This is why I didn't want him to end up getting paid the amount of money that he got paid. Why you think Xavier is so upset about his contract? You went out and spent all this money on a Byron Jones.
Because they knew
just gave
Byron
Xavier-
Jones the better corner.
They
No,
just
he
gave
ain't.
Xavier the contract last season. They just gave him an
But-
extension.
If you
But
said
Havoc
so.
though, but Havoc, look at it this way though. But Xavier Howard is leading the league in interceptions right now.
Oh, he wants
You
more money
just-
than Byron Jones.
you
There's no
gave-
doubt about it.
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah.
So you gave Byron Jones more money than Xavier Howard, but Xavier Howard is being a lot more productive than Byron Jones right now.
Xavier Howard is productive because he's not
Don't
being
don't
given the
don't,
responsibility.
listen to that
of
guy in the right
Byron
corner.
Jones.
Don't listen to him, man.
Period.
Don't listen to him. He don't know what he's
Period.
talking
I'm
about.
telling
Hate,
you what I
hate,
know.
hate, hate,
He's
hate,
not
hate,
given the
hate,
responsibility.
I know he's a homer. That's what I know.
He's not given the responsibility. It's just being honest, bro. He's not
Yeah.
like Casey
Honest
Hayward
homer.
or Jalen Ramsey or anybody else. He's not defending the best player on the field at all times.
So
He's
so
shadowing.
when the cornerback opposite Xavier Howard in 2018, I believe was
how many teams have two?
Who was that?
receivers are
Vontae
elite level?
Davis? Something like
So
that.
hold on. Ramsey was shadowing who? He was
Ramsey
shadowing.
can shadow anybody.
Oh, he was
Ramsey can
shadowing.
shadow
No,
anybody.
DJ. He was shadowing DK Metcalf. And we
Ramsey
all know the
shadow.
number one
Did
receiver.
you
The
not
number
see
one
what DJ
receiver. The number one receiver on that team is not Metcalf. It's the other guy, Lockett.
DK Metcalf is the number one receiver in that team. We know
No, Lockett.
We know
is
that.
the number one. Lockett.
bro.
that. We
Thank
know.
you.
No.
Lockett.
Don't try to.
Yeah.
Don't try to.
Yeah,
don't try to-
I
don't
don't.
try
I
to-
know
don't try to
that. I don't try to. I know that. I'm just using your logic, bro.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
I'm
try
using
to
your
default-
logic.
Don't do that to default the thing. I can't
I'm
believe.
using your logic.
I can't believe the disrespect that y'all showed Jalen Ramsey. I don't get it. I'm not
showing him any disrespect.
Up until this season, I didn't hear anybody in this
It's-
chat. and I know
I
that's-
didn't say he was a bad cornerback. We didn't say
I
he was a
didn't
bad
hear
cornerback.
anybody.
He's the number two. Number two is great. Number two
Yeah,
means you're
number
the
two
shit.
is good. Number two is good. Xavier Howard.
Oh, see you out here talking about
Number two.
Xavier
He's the number
Howard.
two,
Listen,
baby.
come on
That
now.
means he's the shit. I'm telling you, number
Listen,
two.
we found out how good number two. We found out this year how good a number two quarterback can really
And you
be.
see, and your theory doesn't hold up because he had 7 interceptions in 2018
Stop
when the
talking about his
cornerback when the
interceptions.
opposite side
Stop
because
talking
your
about the
argument is that he's it's low hanging fruit because he's covering number 2 guys.
So,
But in
you know,
2018 when he was the primary cornerback and the opposite cornerback was Bobby McCain, he had 7 interceptions covering number 1s.
Okay, and
So,
then
the argument doesn't necessarily
during
hold
that
up.
During that era, what was his
That
cornerback
era,
rating
that was
per-
2 years ago.
Okay, so just tell me, 2 years ago, what was his Pro Football Focus rating with that information you just gave me? What was his rating?
Do you honestly
Tell
think I
me.
could pull
No,
up
no,
Pro
no,
Football
'cause
Focus
I'm
from
gonna
2
win the
years
argument
ago?
with that
I don't
point
have a subscription.
I'm going to win the argument with that point alone.
Hey,
If
Banks,
he was as
We're
good
talking
as
about
you guys
today.
say he
You
is-
pull
We're
it up.
talking about today. We're not talking about 2 years ago. We're talking about today.
Man, here we
Okay,
go.
we're talking about
Here we go,
today.
man. Y'all full
We're
of
talking
it.
about now.
Y'all
Ahora
are full
mismo.
of it. Y'all are
We're
full
talking
of
about
it.
now. Ahora
Listen.
mismo, compadre.
Listen.
Hoy.
Hey,
Oh.
Estamos hablando de
poquito
ayer. Estamos
español.
hablando de hoy.
Poquito español. Oye,
Get him.
don't you be talking to me like that. Don't be talking to me like that.
Banks no tu sabe.
Yes, tu poquito español, papo. Okay?
Can I say something real quick, Banks, though? Because I feel like Jalen Ramsey has been surrounded by excellent pass rush throughout his whole career. I just want to point that out real fast before we.
That's a good point. You bring it up, but what you're telling me is what is a defensive lineman supposed to do? Get after the quarterback. What is a
Right.
cornerback supposed to do? Shut the receiver down. That's exactly what Jalen Ramsey does. More so times than not, Jalen Ramsey has eliminated the best receivers in the game. Eliminated.
Except
Okay.
for Seattle.
Question.
I'm gonna give you the rundown real quick of Xavier Howard, who he ended up having to go up against. Right, So I'm going to go ahead and exclude the first 3 weeks.
Oh, what are we excluding, sir?
If you want to talk about the New England Patriots, they don't have a number one.
Or number 2, or number 3.
I'm gonna take out Jacksonville because DJ Chark didn't play that game. So only real argument you have is Buffalo, but I know Xavier Howard didn't check Stephon Diggs that game. That was unfortunately between Noah Benogany and who's the other guy?
Nick Needham.
Nick Needham.
Mm-hmm.
So really, we sit back and talk about Seattle. I saw Xavier Howard check and DK Metcalf that game. San Fran, again, they didn't have a number. They didn't have a number one that game. The Jets ain't have a number one. Would you say who's your number one for the Rams?
With the Rams, we don't have a number one receiver. That's
Robert
But
Woods.
that's the point. But that's the point I was
Oh.
trying to convey to you guys. The league is not surrounded by a lot of number one receivers. There's only a handful of elite guys and there's only a handful of teams that actually have 2 or 3 really good receivers.
So why are you disrespecting him by not giving him the rights to have a defensive player
Because
of the year?
what I'm saying is this: you guys keep basing this argument on interceptions alone. I am not going to give anybody. If that's the case, I just said, if we base the argument on interceptions alone, Asante Samuel will be the best cornerback ever in the NFL. Especially considering he picked off Peyton Manning 4 times.
Why is Deion Sanders considered the best cornerback in NFL?
Because he eliminated his opponents.
No,
locked them
because
down.
he caught
He got
interceptions and could take it to the house.
Have you
That's
seen
why.
Deion Sanders? The only receiver to give Deion Sanders a problem was Michael Irvin. That's it.
That's a lie.
Statistic.
That's a lie.
Michael Irvin.
No,
He would
Jerry
even
Rice.
shut down Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Man, please, man.
Jerry
Y'all better look at
Rice.
those stats.
I done seen the Atlanta Falcons, San Francisco 49ers game. I done seen him highlights a million times. Jerry Rice was giving him problems.
Man, please.